The recipe for today is bruschetta. This is simple, fast and easy to make. The basic ingredients you need are cherry tomatoes, garlic, French bread, olive oil, salt and pepper. The fun ingredients we are going to use are mushrooms, mozzarella cheese, olives and basil. In this recipe, I'll be using fresh basil, but dried basil works just as well too. First, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Ensure that dual heat is switched on so that your bruschettas will cook evenly. Next, we will be prepping the ingredients. Slice your bread into 1 cm diagonal pieces with a serrated knife. A serrated knife cuts bread better than a normal knife because of its jagged edges. Lay your freshly sliced bread pieces one by one on a baking tray neatly, and then drizzle it with olive oil and leave aside. Peel and chop your garlic finely and leave it aside on the chopping board. Next step, remove your mushroom stalks before slicing them thinly with a sharp knife. After slicing your mushrooms, drain your canned olives and cut some of them into halves. Now for your tomatoes. Here's a little food hack. Chuck some tomatoes on a plastic container cover and then cover it with another one and slice horizontally. By doing this, you get cherry tomato halves without having to chop them one by one separately. Now that we've prepped all our ingredients, it's time to assemble our bruschetta. Sprinkle some garlic over each French bread. Place a couple to 3 pieces of half tomatoes on top of the garlic. Then place a few slices of mushrooms on top of the tomatoes carefully. Add a large pinch of olives to each bruschetta. Next, if you are using fresh basil, tear these leaves over your bruschetta, or if you are using dried basil, just sprinkle them over. And finally, before putting them in the oven, grate cheese over them. Pop your bruschettas in the oven and leave them to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. When your bruschettas are done, season with salt and